Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shakes. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Oh, now. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back in this BIH. Okay, we in here once again. It's on for another BondyBlue show. Listen, y'all, I pushed through for real. Listen, it's a lot of stuff I had to accomplish today, and I'm sorry I had to push the live back, but for some reason the traffic was ignorant. As for real, the traffic was ignorant as today. I was out there like, what is going on, girl? What is really going on? Like, why is this happening to me right now? I had to go get my lashes done. Also, these glasses are Firmu, you guys. If you want to go ahead and check these out, check down below in the description box for my Firmu link, okay? All right. They're a great gradient, okay? Because I don't need people always like, in my facial. But it's so good to see everybody once again. Round of applause for y'all for showing up. Thank you so much. You're greatly appreciated. Yeah. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in. And I think let's go ahead and dig in. So before we get into it, I'm gonna let y'all know what's on the list for today. Okay, what's on my list? All right, we got Evelyn and Jackie, Christie. We got Lord Jamar, because if an old nigga that is old enough to be somebody's daddy won't do, he won't raise them. He won't look at them as a child, that he should be having grace and giving some type of wisdom to. Oh no, that is not what Lord Jamar is out here doing. Like a lot of you niggas, he's out here using young girls for clout, like a true pimp. Meagan Good. You guys, I skimmed through Meagan Good on Club Shay Shay, and I have thoughts. I put them in the Discord, so I'm going to pull that up and we'll have a conversation. Simon and Porsha are still talking to us. Okay, hold up, y'all. Simon and Porsha are still talking to us. You suck. And Tokyo Tony had a response to, I guess, what people were saying about her lifting her leg up for the game to see her old lady coochie. And how Black China felt after seeing that disgusting act of thirst by a woman that should be too old for said thirsty, ignorant, nasty, yamp ass antics. Embarrassing. You're embarrassing. I feel so you are the reason why I feel bad and also like Black China, because I feel like I don't care how crazy Black China acts out here in these streets. I don't care whether she's gone from on the pole to the Jesus juice. I don't care which one. Okay. I feel like for somebody to have made it to the places that Angela has made it to after having Tokyo Tony as a mother, girl, girl. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Angela. Okay. Um, Erica and Safaree. Because for some reason, she won't stop fucking that nigga. That is what I suspect is happening. Okay, that is what I suspect is going down betwixt the two of them, and why they still on our line arguing and shit amongst each other. It's because they still hunching. Listen, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying what I believe is happening. All right, so I think we can start. Girl, let's start with Meagan Good. So Meagan Good is opening up about her relationship with Jonathan Majors, which is so weird to me. All of a sudden, wanting to have this very open but not so open relationship with this man is so weird to me. Y'all have been so quiet about everything the entire time he had to go through the trial. You were just thumping through the courtroom like 2023 Coretta Scott King. And you know, your life is a fucking movie and you're following your spirit and what the Lord told you to do. And the Lord told you to pour all of your life force into this man, which why, you know, you look emaciated now. She looks dehydrated. She looks like somebody is sucking life force energy from her. We are seeing more veins, more lines, more hard edges than we ever have. And I will not blame aging because, bitch, it's only been a year or two, really. It's only really been a year or two. During an interview with Hoda and Jenna, Meagan talked about her past marriage to Pastor Devon Franklin. That's another thing. I don't feel like, did we know that he left her? Did we know that, y'all? I don't know if we knew that. Either way, girl, she let us know in both interviews, Club Shay Shay as well, that he left her and she was mad. And she was mad at the Lord about it because she had found Jesus early on in life, which is, you know what? That's what I don't like about Meagan. Meagan comes off as one of those, I found religion and I use it to beat other people over the head with it, even though I'm basically someone who can't really judge anybody, you know, for lack of a better term. And she admitted to that. She just said she's not like that anymore. I don't know if I can trust that because that's the energy I get from her a lot. Like, you know, kind of sort of like judgy a bit. And also in her interview, like the monotone voice, the letting us know she's about that life. Like, girl, it was something, girl, we're going to talk about so many things. We're going to talk. Okay. So Meagan says that her and Devon are still great friends despite divorcing. And that's the happiest she's been in a long time with her new boo, Jonathan. The support we've been able to give to each other, the pouring into each other, the honest conversations, the love, the respect, just the care and the thoughtfulness. It's been really wonderful, Good said. So you want me to believe that he's been doing all of that for you while also dealing with the loss of his career to some extent? Because it's still viable. His career, he's a Black man in Hollywood. As long as there are Black people that will support him, he's viable in Hollywood, and everybody knows that. So I've never felt like, oh, he should lose out on all his jobs. I'm just saying the fact that so many people were dropping him was evident that something was amiss. And we can't just run with the whole, oh, the white woman's lying on the Black man thing in this situation, because there are other stories about him. I just wanted us to look at it in a complete picture. Like a lot of the times men of his stature, with his education level, growing up the way he did. He said himself he had anger issues growing up. Like a lot of black men, especially black men that have to deal with racism on a regular basis, even if they act as if it doesn't bother them, it hurts. And it hurts them a lot of the times in a way that makes them turn negative, like angry. And they act like they're not angry, but they are. Even if they're successful, there's a level of anger about what they've had to go through in order to get to where they are. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to act as if he's not a prototype for a human that there are other models of is kind of crazy to me. So, that's just my opinion on Jonathan. So when she says these things about what they've done in their relationship, I don't know these people, y'all. I can't suppose that this hasn't happened. I think it has happened. Absolutely. In order for her to be locked in like she is, he had to be laying it on thick as fuck. But what I am saying is when men are like this and they require so much from a woman, it is sucking. It is an energetic suck. And I think the pressure for her to stay relevant and work and be in the industry and also maintain this relationship, you can't tell me that's not a lot, especially with public scrutiny and pressure. I just feel like that's a lot for any person to take on. And her friends, every friend advised her, Good said, at the end of the day, one thing I know is that I can always look myself in the mirror when I trust my spirit, when I trust God, when I ask God, when I move to the beat of my own drum. I can always look and say, I'm proud of that, she said. Whatever happens, I have peace in my heart and I have harmony in my heart. I take every opinion and advice into account for sure. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live my life. I'm the one who has to get to heaven one day, prayerfully, and give God an account of what I did, she continued. So I want to be responsible for the choices that I make. I also want to live the life that I want to live. A lot of what Meagan was saying to me sounds like someone that is sacrificing herself for a man in some capacity, probably in several different ways. So let me go to the conversation we had down to the Discord, y'all. Okay, shout out to the Discord members. In the next members only live, I'll post another link to the Discord if you're not in there already. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that. Okay, so I was talking to y'all. Hold up, let me find it because I was making notes, girl. I was just like, sending y'all stuff and making notes. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, do the thing, and let me know. Are y'all think that Meagan is, healthy? Y'all think it's giving health? Y'all let me know, cause I don't really know. I don't really know, y'all. I can't really tell you. Me shit looks dark over there. Okay, I found it. Hold up. I had to go searching. Okay, so she looks dehydrated. She doesn't care what anybody has done. She only cares about how a person treats her. That shit. They were asking her about Monique. And she basically said, I only care about how Monique has been towards me. I don't care about any of the things other people say. Now, in the situation and she said this, and I'm only talking about the Monique situation. I think that she knew that people were going to pick up that what she was saying also extended to Jonathan. I don't care what he's done to other women. I don't care what he's done to them. All I care about is how he treats me. That mentality has gotten a lot of women with their heads knocked off, because you really think, like, there was somebody in the comments that said, hold up, let me look and see, because it's in here. Different women bring out different results in men. The end. I think that's insane for you to think that. I think that is some of the most delusional, crazy shit I have ever heard of. That is not true. That is not true. If men are abusive, they're going to be abusive to the women that decide that it is their duty in this life in order to take the abuse and love them past the abuse. That is what is happening here. There are so many women that do this. They really believe that a part of their mission on earth, a part of the thing that God wants them to do, is love some crazy nigga past his anger and his pain, and to deal with whatever he gives to you because you're supposed to be loving him past all of that. So if he's treating you like shit, if he's mishandling you, if he has a history of abusing women, you should just ignore all of that. Because you're supposed to be loving this man. That's what God is telling you to do. That's what God told y'all to do. Love these men no matter how much they abuse you, girl. I think that's fucking crazy. And I think that that's crazy that there are people that actually say shit like that. That different women bring out different. Girl, if a man is crazy enough to hit a woman, like for real, if a man is crazy enough to shake a woman, all of those things, like if a man is crazy enough to threaten to kill himself, if a woman goes to the hospital, like, come on. Do you really think he's going to be that different with the next woman that is probably going to fit the same type of mold that the last bitch did? What are you talking about? That's crazy to me that y'all are willing to deal and just go through certain things in this life. Girl, whatever the Lord said you needed to learn, I guess you're going to learn it by way of brute force. And I guess that's on you when you make the decision to do so. That's on you. And then she felt the need to defend Jonathan to Cat Williams, saying that her man is fine. Okay, ain't nothing ugly about her man. I was like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Ooh, somebody said that she's numbed all the way out. She's been an escort around the Kardashian witch coven. Child, Meagan has been through hell. She is one of the ones who told me to run away from the industry. Girl, listen. Listen, the Discord be real interesting, y'all. It be real interesting. I've heard things about Meagan as well. Like, that she's a party girl. And she did a lot of acting as if I don't concern myself with such things. I don't concern myself with such things. It absolutely gives energy, sunken, depressed, feigning happiness. It just, yeah, it's showing all over the place. And I think we're supposed to act like we don't see it. And I'm like, fine, girl, if you want us to act like we don't see what's going on, if y'all want to keep coming out as a couple giving black love and having all of those toxic ass aunties and uncles, oh, don't you listen to them people, you stay with your man, girl. Y'all want us to be Auntie Taraji, girl, okay, stay with that man, girl. Go through it. Whatever it is, God will make sure you all right. Okay, you're gonna make it out alive, girl. And that's all that matters, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna just tell y'all like this. I ain't playing those types of games with you motherfuckers. I don't want to hear that you know what I'm saying? Like the first time I feel like you might lift a hand and hit me, it's OV. I can't deal with that. Like bitch, I've already done that. I'm not doing that again. That's crazy. That's crazy. But prayers to Meagan Good, y'all. I am gonna see the Tyler Perry movie. She talked about how Tyler Perry was the first person to pay her what she was worth. And somebody in the comments said guilt. Because he feels guilt. And I'm like, yeah, of course he's gonna pay Meagan Good what she's worth. And I do feel like, y'all, I don't want to down Tyler Perry when it comes to what he does for the, the shows and the stuff. Because I do feel like, there is a space where a lot of these black actors would not have work if it wasn't for him. But I also feel like there is a level of taking advantage of that position that is taking place. And we all supposed to act like we don't see you having them people shoot shit in 10 days and all, shooting motherfucking 2-3 hour long movies in 5 days and all of that. It do be seeming like, if you're not a person well known, you may not get paid what you are worth, and you might be worked to death a little bit. Just a little, not a lot. And, as an actor, you'll feel like it's worth it because you in a Tyler Perry production, you'll feel like, at least my face is out there. The money will come. Like, these are the things that you will tell yourself in order to like be okay with, mistreatment in the industry. And I'm not saying that that's what Tyler Perry is doing. I'm just saying that, we just noticed some things. We just noticed some things about how the short periods of time that people are shooting things and the quick turnaround and, just things like that. And not wanting to hire writers, or other people to help you, form storylines in a way that, I don't know, it's congruent, continuous, continuity, none of those things. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I'm gonna watch the movie though. We're gonna support the movie on August 22nd. We're gonna watch the movie though, girl. Where they at? Did I save? Did I skate? Did I save it? I don't know if I did, but they were somewhere all together. And Megan's stomach was out, and I was like, "Oh, girl, you look so small. You look good though, girl. You know, I'm not a hater. You look good. You look good. You know." So let's move on. Let's move on. So the Tokyo Tony situation. So Tokyo Tony was out here, you know what I'm saying, doing the most. Yesterday we discussed that, you know, she had her leg up in the air and she was showing her nether regions to the game. She was showing her nether regions to the game. Okay. And then we all felt like, yo, why is this old lady doing this? You know, we all just kind of felt embarrassed for the lady, you know, for the lady daughter. So let's see what the lady daughter had to say.
My own form, but I feel like I was You up?
Hold up, run it back.
I'm not for the drama. I know. I'm not for the disrespect. Peace and love to everyone.
I'm not for the drama. I'm not for the disrespect. Peace and love to everyone. That's what she said.
And I hate that it comes to that.
And I hate that it comes to that, but
It'd be like that.
it be like that.
Let's tell y'all this one time. If y'all play with me, I will just slam the ball.
If y'all play with her, she gonna go.
Huh?
She's so pretty. She's very pretty.
So, all right, let me block some people.
Okay, she gotta block some people because y'all asking too many questions. She don't want to answer.
I'm just gonna block y'all. Actually. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I was best.
This black ass nigga that's about to come out to fuck my daughter. I want to hear about it.
Who?
So he said.
Well, I tried to get him to fuck my daughter's place.
Ooh. Let's bring out the game. Bring your ass out here.
Come on, baby.
Bring
we have
out
a
the
very
game.
special guest today, y'all.
Bring out
He
the
ain't
game
nothing
with the
to
good
play
big
with.
dick.
Yeah,
I heard
come on
little
and sit
fucking
over here
good
by
dick.
the mama.
How you doing? Good.
Yeah, baby. They told us not to look in your eyes, but
Carlisa says she protected her daughter. Y'all wasn't there. She knew what she had to do when her daughter was brought up. She loved that girl. She not jealous of her own nut. Y'all be reaching. Her own nut. Her own egg, you mean? Her own egg, you mean? Y'all won't even, y'all so male identified and dipped in dick juice, you can't even refer to the reproductive organs correctly. This is a lady, bitch. This is a lady, bitch. It wasn't a nut. She didn't need to nut in order to get pregnant. See, that's how that works. You so dumb. Ugh. I hate when old people have no wisdom. Just living and not learning a motherfucking thing. Just out here living, taking up breath, living long, and not learning nothing from the experience. This is just real low level shit, Carlisa. And of course, she's jealous of her daughter. That's why you want to know about, oh, you fuck my daughter. Girl, why you worrying about it? And why you showing your coochie to the man who fucked your daughter if you're not jealous of her and you don't wish you was her? You wish you was her. We all know you wish you was her. Carlisa, like you wish you was Krishan Rock. Yeah, that may not be your daughter, but you wish you was that little bitch because you probably would have twerked it a little bit better than her, huh? I bet you that's something that bitch didn't say before. I'm not about to put us through this again.
I see you got them shit.
But y'all heard what she said. She not here for the disrespect. And that could have been being said just in general, or that could have been being said because at the end of the day, it is disrespectful what took place. If I was her, I would look at what took place as disrespectful. That's why she don't be answering that lady phone calls now. I wouldn't be answering that lady phone calls. I would not be talking to no goddamn Tokyo. Do you hear me, girl? When I say y'all, I would not have nothing to say for that lady. I would be like, girl, I don't know. She better call the Lord. Don't call me. She better call somebody else. Don't call me because I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. I thought I had saved Tokyo saying something about, oh, these church women judging her. Girl, it's not just church women judging you. I'm not a church woman at all. And I'm definitely judging your raggedy ass. And because just merely your coochie should never want to be anybody else's coochie has been. Like, that's just how I feel about it, bitch. That's just how I feel about it. In this society, the one we live in right now, girl, your coochie shouldn't be nowhere near a place that your daughter's coochie has been as far as penis is concerned. What is going on? That girl. Noise. Fuck is going on. I'm sorry, y'all. That just y'all, that lady irked me. That lady really irked my spirit. Anyway, y'all, do me a favor while we in here. It's like 869 of y'all in here, and I'm talking and I'm giving y'all the best that I got with a little wine added to it, right? So do me a favor, like the video. Somebody gonna be my victim. I got that gin in my sis. Thank ya. Somebody gonna be my victim. Do it for ya. Twerk for ya. Hurt for ya. Yeah, work for ya. Listen. So y'all, Porsha made a little post of her own about men with soft meats issues, okay? Because y'all know Simon was out here yesterday questioning Porsha why she married him, if she married him for his money, and if she was out here talking to other men, including Future, in an inappropriate manner during their marriage, putting it on Front Street, making himself a victim, him and his teeth on our timeline once again. Boo. 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 So Porsha said, hashtag men's health awareness. Things you can do to help with erectile dysfunction. Number 1, lose weight if you're overweight. Number 2, stop smoking. Number 3, eat a healthy diet. Number 4, exercise daily. Number 5, try to reduce stress and anxiety. And those are things that you can do so that your dick can work. How does a man feel when he has erectile dysfunction? It is common for men with ED to feel anger, frustration, sadness, or lack of confidence. A sense of emasculation, if you will. Simon said, if I didn't allow witches in my life, my angel would not have to work so hard. I'm sorry. Are you out here trying to create triangulation with the women? Are you really out here trying to shop for coochie on Instagram, sir? Is that what you're trying to do? Because that's what's given. It's giving you trying to shop for coochie on the internet using Porsha, talking about if I hadn't been with so many witches, my angel wouldn't have to work so hard. That is setting the next woman up to feel like she needs to work to earn your man. Don't do it, Miss Silly. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't trade places. What I've been through. Don't do it. Oh, Lord. I blame Porsha for bringing this man around us. I blame Porsha for bringing this man to the forefront because we wouldn't even care if you hadn't brought this man into our lives. Simon goes off on Porsha after she seemingly accused him of having erectile dysfunction. The narrative changed from imminent deportation and fleeing the country to Dubai to broke and selling luxury cars, waiting for next narrative. Hashtag story keeps changing. The next narrative has arrived. Erectile dysfunction. Hashtag wife for the streets. She could be for the streets. Guess what? All her parts working. All her parts working, nigga. Okay. Listen, the railroad 265 day. Oh no, you did not bring up her says. Oh my god, this nigga ain't shit. This nigga ain't shit, ain't shit. This nigga ain't shit. You should run. It's not for fun. You should run. That's your luck. You don't love that nigga. You better run, better run. You in danger, girl. Cause that nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. No, he ain't. That nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. There are consequences for making inflammatory and defamatory statements. Get your coins together. You're going to need every dime to defend what's coming. A woman that has a history of coming for the manhood of every ex, peddling same old narrative and tricks. Unfortunately, you met the right one. I guess she did. Y'all, congratulations, y'all. Congratulations. Porsha didn't met the right one. Listen. Listen. Eat deep. Eat deep. Child, at this point, y'all just need to call each other and argue, okay? Because this little internet back and forth is crazy. Y'all the ones keep posting them. Y'all the ones keep posting them. ED has never felt this good. Let me take my ED self around the world as a single man with no ducks in tow. But you should have ducks in tow, nigga. You got kids. You have children, Simon. Why do you have no ducks in tow? You have kids, nigga. People should be behind you in tow. My neck, like what? What? You wouldn't even have those teeth if it wasn't for Porsha. You wouldn't even have those teeth if it wasn't for Porsha. You wouldn't have never went and got the filler if Porsha hadn't told you to go and get the filler. Oh, fuck ass nigga. Anyway, y'all, moving along. Y'all, okay. So Angela Simmons has Eat Angela Cake. She's partnering with Slutty Vegan as a dessert partner. But y'all ain't never really went back to making them shoes cute like they used to be back in the early 2000s. That was also fashioned after dessert. Anyway, Angela's Cakes fried Oreos will be available at all Slutty Vegan locations beginning Friday. Is this all it takes? Is this all it takes, y'all? She like dead in the eyes and shit. Girl, what is thug life? Crumb life. What are cookies and shit? What are cookies and shit? I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I'm happy that Angela is making her money. I am no hater. Okay. Those cookies do look good. I would absolutely try those cookies, girl. You cutting into it like that was a good move. And it looked like y'all got a little sugar, little powdered sugar on that thing. Oh yeah. I'm here for all of that. Did it feel good to be in a bag full of cookies? Is it real Oreos? I have so many questions. Like, were there crumbs everywhere? Were you eating any of them? I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I just know that I have such admiration for lame ass people that are successful, because then it makes me not have so much pressure on myself. Now, please don't misunderstand. I'm cooler than a motherfucking fan. Okay. There's not any real worry. But players trip up too. I didn't trip before. You know what I'm saying? My feet be heavy sometimes. Okay. I might have a blind moment here or there and not know what the fuck nobody talking about. I heard what you said, did not register, bitch. Are you speaking English? Because I missed it. You know what I'm saying? I have my moments. But Angela be having a lot of moments. To follow the gun purse up with this, it's just like, girl, listen, the cookies look good. I hope they do well. I ain't no hating ass bitch. Saucy, what you say? Hold up, cause Saucy always saying something that upset everybody. Saucy, what you say?
I'm seeing this little DL tweet when I'm DL is going viral. All the gay boys uploading their DL era and uploading their pictures with their old girlfriends. And it's just like, I don't even know why people was even wasting their time being DL, because girls was fucking gay boys back then, and in 2024, girls are still fucking gay boys and they know that they're gay.
So, Saucy, let me say this. The girls now are fucking gay boys. But in the 90s, in the early 2000s, there is a small percentage, I believe, of women knowingly fucking gay boys. Most of them are okay with the lie that they're telling themselves, even if they feel it. But I don't think that's the case, because I do feel like so many women are so, like, they're hyper focused on men being masculine. Like, to me, the fact that so many women think everything is gay, to me, shows that they're not that okay with it. They're not that okay with laying down knowingly with a gay man. It's just like the poly thing. It's just like the poly thing. There are so many people that say that they can't do poly. They said, just let them cheat in peace. This is what I hear from everybody. We don't want to be honest. We want to cheat. Y'all are weird for being honest. We're not weird because we're cheating and lying about it. This is just how it goes. It's backwards, but this is how it goes. It's the same thing with the DL thing. It's the same thing. Girl, in my mind, it is. I feel like that made sense when I said it. Let's let him continue.
So I don't even know why everybody wasted their time. Share. Like, I remember when I first came out and I was scared, so I had tried to smoothen it. It was like, oh, I'm bisexual. I like girls and boys. I'm thinking that was just going, that was my little, okay, bitch, boom, I'm gay. Girls were still trying to talk to me. I was like, sis, I like boys and girls. You ain't turned off? Freaky tail.
Freaky tail. First of all, I feel like naturally sex is more fluid than everybody wants to admit. I think y'all have allowed, like, religion and would you host an adult party? Absolutely. Okay, consent is always important, but I would absolutely host all of the adult parties. Bitch, call me. Email me, bitch. Okay. Listen, hold up. Okay. Email me. All right. But nah, real shit. Like, I do believe that there are a lot of women that are perfectly fine and literally have always been okay with accepting anything for a man, even him having sex with other men. I do believe that. But I also feel like that's not something that anybody would admit. That's not something that we're being taught. Okay. And if anything, everybody is super homophobic, which doesn't make it easy for men to be honest. And he's saying he never understood DL, but then turn around and say he was DL. Like, what you mean you don't get it? If you did it, then you get it. Listen, we were all lying about all of the people LGBTQ, you know what I'm saying? RSQURTHI, V. We were all at one point lying about it. We were all lying about it at some point. We were all like, no, I don't like girls. No, me and my best friend are absolutely not hunching. That's not what's happening at all. That's how we were. Okay, but the truth of the matter is we were. Sexuality is, you know, fluid. You know what I'm saying? And people should just do whatever it is that they feel comfortable with doing and stop judging everybody for not being exactly like you, because it's weird. But this child, I know this is not him when he was trying to be DL, looking like he had titties and looking like he had nails on. This looked like Halloween one year.
And then no shade. All the trade we was fucking, they homeboys used to find out that they was gay. And then they was still hung with him. They was on the football team, still on the basketball team. Bitch was still fucking house, and they was still with the bros. So I don't even know why y'all niggas used to be trying to figure out who's gay, who's gay, who's gay. Your homeboy.
So they could find out who the fuck. The only people who want to know who's gay are the people that are trying to fuck the people that are gay. And I can tell you that from personal experience.
Brother that you hang with. You're not gonna stop hanging with him. So mind your business. And then no shade. All the trade we was fucking, they homeboys used to find out that they.
Okay, that's it. That was funny. All right. So y'all update. We have exclusively learned, this is the neighborhood talk. Shout out to them over there. We have exclusively learned that Kevin Hart's former friend JT Jackson is suing the comedian for allegedly lying on him and submitting false information to the DA office in order to falsely accuse him of attempting to extort him. Jackson is claiming that Kevin staged the entire thing to advance his career while ruining Jackson's career in the process. Back in 2021, Jackson was cleared of all extortion claims after Hart accused him of attempting to extort him with a sex tape. Jackson had allegedly recorded Hart cheating on his wife without permission and was allegedly using a video to extort him for money. After a lengthy court battle, Hart and Jackson decided to settle the lawsuit with the contract that stated Hart was supposed to clear Jackson's name with the Post, but according to the lawsuit, Hart failed to do so. In fact, he reportedly made it worse and ruined Jackson's career in the process. Jackson's lawsuit also claimed that during the initial lawsuit, Kevin allegedly sent his legal team a falsified document that was eventually sent to the DA's office and used during the lawsuit. According to the lawsuit, forensic analysts by two independent experts indicates that the email at the center of the case claimed to have been sent on April 27, 2018 was actually created on May 17, 2019, more than a year after the alleged extortion attempt. Turns out the document that Hart claimed was from Jackson to extort him was really created on Microsoft Word. Jackson's 2018 arrest and subsequent prosecution were all based on this falsified document. Jackson is suing for breach of contract, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Mind you, Kevin also attempted to sue Tasha K for extortion. So it's given, you know, y'all, like I told y'all, I think a lot of times people make the black lady the scapegoat. You know, like y'all don't believe what she says just because of the situation with Cardi B. But I feel like y'all don't really fully understand that situation either sometimes when we talk about it up here. But I told y'all when I read this story, I was like, she did not extort him. That's not how that works. Like if I've already paid to interview somebody and you don't want me to put the interview up, then pay me for what it cost for me to shoot the interview and what I would have made off of said interview. I'm not just taking this shit and not posting it to be nice to Kevin Hart. That's crazy as fuck. So him trying to act like she was extorting him, I'm like, no, because I know for a fact how this works, how we do YouTube. Ain't nobody about to go and film a whole interview just so that they can use it to extort somebody. Because it may or may not work, and you still had to pay to fly the person out. You had to pay to fly out or whatever. You had to pay for the studio time. You know what I'm saying? You still have to pay to have all of that shit shot and done. And as we know, she ain't got okay? So ain't nobody out here wasting money shooting interviews so that they can possibly extort money from Kevin Hart. That's not how any of this works. And I told y'all that back then, and everybody was like, Bondy, you just saying that because you friends with her. Okay, well, now what, motherfucker? All right. And while we at it, like the video, we're gonna talk about something I wasn't planning on talking about. But bitch, I'm in the mood, and let's Okay. Enough. Like the deal. So y'all know this weekend I was at Funky Dineva for a little while at his event down here in New Orleans for Essence. I love Funky. He showed me a lot of love all the time, you know, especially and I fuck with him. I fuck with him. However, Funky makes himself the news sometimes. And sometimes, just like Tasha, I gotta talk about his fucking ass. And I don't really want to do it. But a bitch got it today. Alright? The real one. I mean that shit. So whatever I'm about to say, that's what the fuck I said. And I still love you. I listen to what Funky said. Hold up. Matter of fact, let me go to Empress Radio right quick, right fast. Okay. Cause I watched the video earlier today and all to understand what the going on when I got up this morning and everybody was like, Funky said this, or was it last night? It was last night. But girl, by the time when I get on my sofa, once I've done everything that was on my list of things to do today, I don't care no more. I don't care no more. So whatever happened, whatever they said happened, girl. That's fine. I'll get to it later. Cause right now I'm on my sofa. And I'm doing whatever I need to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. I'm going to the video. I had to get to the video, girl. Where is the video? Was it a live or was it a regular video? It was a live? Okay, here we go. Okay, hold up. Let me fast forward. Listen, did you like the video though? Are you being a hating hoe? What's going on? Let's take a listen to what Funky said. Hold up.
Someone said, I'm so done with Funky. He's Kiki.
For 1 second here. God bless the dead. We got to talk about Kiki from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So when the news broke that Kiki had passed, you know, I think a day or two went by. Nobody knew anything. No one knew anything. Then, you know, one of her friends or somebody close to her, in an effort to refute the fact that she overdosed, or in an effort to refute the rumors, not the fact, the rumors that she overdosed, said friend / person revealed that Kiki was found in her car running, unresponsive in the garage. Now, obviously, the woman hasn't even been deceased for a week yet. You know, everybody's trying to be relatively respectful and not write presumptuous things on the internet because the family has to see it. But
and what that means is we have all tried to believe whatever narrative y'all have put out, but it seems self-inflicted.
Every one of y'all would be a doggone lie if the moment y'all didn't hear found unresponsive in car in enclosed garage, died from CO2 poisoning, that we did not think suicide. All right.
And he would be right about that.
That we did not think suicide. That was, and then the friend tried to dress it up, talking about, you know, she had a reputation. She had a reputation for going to sleep everywhere. And I'm like, girl, listen, as much people as we know, and as much as some of us don't drink and drive, the hardest part is driving home. At the point in which you got in the doggone car, at the point in which you got in the car, pulled it in the garage, let the garage down, then you fall asleep. At that point, he said the car wasn't running. Well, it had been running or had it not been running. If she died from CO2, it was running at some point. So maybe it ran out of gas. Okay. Nevertheless, and I'm not trying to be funny because y'all know I love the Scotts and I love Wanda, but my relationship aside, if I did not know these people, okay, my thoughts would still be, it sounds like she offed herself in that doggone car. Okay. Then it didn't make it any better. Didn't make it any better that her uncle then got on and said, they don't want anyone from the cast at the wedding, at the funeral, and saying that the way they treated her and the way they isolated her left her mentally unstable and yada, 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 yada. And
Right
she
about
was
that.
broken and so on and so forth. And then, you know, basically alluding to the fact that the stress and the drama and all of that from the show is what drove her off the deep end. I'm going to tell you something, okay? And I hope that this doesn't come back to affect the relationship that I do have with the people over there. But I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to say it out loud. I don't feel no ways tired about Kiki. I don't feel no ways tired. I don't feel no ways tired about any mental anguish that she experienced as a result of being on that show. And here is why. Because it's not like, oh, she was originally casted on the show and then all of this accidental stuff happened to her. No. Your cousin was on that show, minding her doggone business, doing her doggone thing. You wanted to be in the mix so bad that you were willing to even cross your cousin and go over there to the dark side. You went over there to the dark side.
So here's the thing. Why Mel gotta be the dark side? Why Mel gotta be the dark side? Everybody is doing what's in their own self-interest. And I feel like at the end of the day, Tisha didn't do Kiki no fucking favors. Tisha didn't do Kiki no fucking favors. But I believe Kiki did show up to defend Tisha on that show in hopes that she would get on that show. And I do think that there is a level of truth to what he is saying about not being on the show being a very heavy thing on y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all, even at the end, I told y'all it was so eerie the way they said goodbye to her when she left the show. You know what I'm saying? It was very much given we may not see y'all again. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like there was a foreshadowing there. And I also feel like from what I saw of Kiki, I did feel like Kiki was very much anxious about not getting the opportunity to be on this show and shine alongside her cousin so that she can say, I'm on the same level with you. I do think desperately that she wanted that. I also think she was already in a bad place because of the drugs that she was on at one point. And when I say that, I mean getting on methadone. If you think that shit don't fuck with people's like hormone levels and them and they're being depressed and things of that nature, I feel like a lot of what we saw Kiki going through was somebody going through a very deep depression and trying so desperately to get out of it, but not knowing exactly how and just being manic in a lot of ways. And so I do feel like there is a truth to what is being said. However, I don't feel like we should have a lack of empathy for Kiki and feel as if, you know, I feel no, and he's, you know, y'all Funky gonna feel however he gonna feel because that's him and that's what he gonna do. Shout out to Jamie. But for me, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I can really speak on. For me, I would always like to have empathy and feel sadness for someone who could not escape their sadness to the point that they may or may not have done something purposefully or indirectly to harm themselves. I have often had thoughts of, you know, unaliving myself in my life since I was very young. I had the ideations. So I understand what it's like to be in that space. And I hate when I hear another person has been in that space because I know how dark that is and how much despair and hopelessness you feel. And I don't wish that for anybody. And I think that with Funky has experienced those same things. And I think that we've had this conversation before that he can sometimes project anger because he's angry at himself when he feels these feelings. And I think what he really is feeling without saying is, I'm mad that you let that shit get to you enough that you possibly did that to yourself. I'm mad that you showed that amount of weakness. And I think that is a connection to how he views himself sometimes when he can't give himself the empathy or the grace he deserves, or other people can't give it to him. But I saw him this weekend, and what I felt from him and what I always feel from him is someone that is genuinely going through their life trying to deal with their hurts and also trying to live their life as unapologetically as they can. But when you've been abused, when people have not given a fuck about your depression and you've still found a way to wake up every day and do what the fuck you got to do, regardless to how people will come down on you and wish death on you and say all of the fucked up things in the world to you. And sometimes it came from your own fucking family, from your own mama, from your own daddy, and you still make shit happen for yourself. There is a hardening that happens where you feel like, how dare you not push through? How dare you not push through? It wasn't that fucking bad, bitch. How dare you not push through? And I think that is what I was feeling from him when he was talking, to be honest. And I just think it's a way that we should look at it. I think a lot of us, when we go at people or we don't have a lot of grace or sympathy, it's because it's something that we ourselves have a hard time with. We are mad at ourselves for the same feelings, for the same thoughts. And tone is everything, y'all. Tone is everything. That's why you can receive it however you want to receive it. But I feel like as long as I find out this nigga ain't out there burying nobody and assaulting nobody, you know what I'm saying, that don't want to be assaulted, you know what I'm saying, then I ain't heard him hit nobody over the head. You know what I'm saying? He just a lot of the times I think works out his own shit through his commentary like all of us do. And when he doesn't show the kindness that y'all expect him to show to people, understand it's because he sees himself in that person in some way, and he can't even give himself the grace that y'all want him to give somebody else. All of that ugly shit, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Having black features and being told you ugly, being dark skinned and being told you ugly, like all of those things have its effect on people. Once they have figured out a way to make it through those feelings, it's almost as if they have to internalize it in order to eat it up, in order to not let it bother them. And then they kind of distribute it to other people because it's something they feel like, bitch, I went through it. You gonna be all right. I went through it, bitch. You should be all right. You gonna be all right. But everybody's threshold is not the same. Everybody's threshold is not the same. And this world ain't fair to a lot of us, y'all. This world is not fair to a lot of us at the end of the day. Even those of us that have relatively good lives, it has not been fair to a lot of us. To any of us, really, if we keeping it a buck. In one way or another, everybody has been, fucked over in this life. That's just how it goes, whether people on the outside see it or not. So, in this moment, I just feel like, look at it from the standpoint of, do I do that? When I see people exhibiting things I find weak, that may not necessarily be a weakness. It's just them going through it the way they're going through it. But because I've been taught that it's weak to handle it in that way, I go at them with all of this negativity and vitriol. But it's because it's how I feel about myself when I'm like that, when I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, food for thought, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. All right, I fuck with y'all. Everybody feel however they want to feel, but those are my feelings. Those are my thoughts. All right. And we're about to move on, girl, because I absolutely and positively want to get into less heavy shit. Like, for instance, Erica and Safaree. Okay. So once again, just to break it up a tad bit, shake them tits. And if y'all want to go and see the rest of it, y'all go to Empress Radio. Y'all can go to Funky's Live where he talked about it. If y'all gonna watch it, y'all. We ain't about to watch the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But yes, y'all, let's move on. Erica Mena goes in on Safaree for not taking care of their kids. Says he purposely dresses them sloppy and cheap, skips holidays and birthdays unless it's a photo opportunity. Sis, you have no problem making sure you a bad bitch all the time. Girl, not her saying that to him. Girl, she says, hold up. She said, I already be having to eat shit. How you purposely dress my kids so sloppy and cheap because you know that's one thing I take pride in outside their education. You literally do nothing for them outside of CS, child support. You don't pay for school, you don't pay for healthcare, but yet you claim you sell it. Their activities, you didn't do anything to chip in to help for their birthdays. You literally skipped out on Christmas and Sapphire's birthday altogether this year. What you could at least do when you do have them is take pride in that and actually put some effort. You got all this money, so you tell the world, and you got all these diamonds, but yet why is it when you have your kids, I'm sorry, why, y'all, they have no punctuation, they talk crazy. But yet, why is it when you have your kids, they walking around looking like this? Did grandma and auntie not feel the need to grab a comb for your babies, sis? Girl, her calling the children sis. And I'm gonna tell y'all why she specifically feels a way about this, because y'all know how y'all treat the Puerto Rico girls and the senorita bitches and the Wonder Bread girls. Okay. Yeah, the Wonder Bread girls and the and the Asian girls, because I'm about to say something that I feel like was gonna be offensive, because I couldn't figure out another word for the Asian people that wouldn't have been offensive. And I didn't want to do that because that's not how I am. Okay. Like, listen, I love the Asian girls. Some of them already know this. Anyway, so personally, I feel like whenever you a non-black woman and you take a lot of pride in making sure your black children's hair is done and you send them by their black ass daddy and they come back like ain't nobody did their hair, I would feel away too. Nigga, these black people gonna think that I'm not combing my fucking baby hair, nigga. You know that these black women gonna get on the internet and say that's why he should have got a black girl pregnant, because I ain't comb my baby hair. And bitch, I grew up in New York with the black girls. I do baby hair, nigga. You ain't about to do me like that. I comb my daughter hair. I really been sparing you for so long, but enough is enough. You love social media attention, so here it is, nigga. You already go months at a time in not seeing these babies by choice. You went 2 months this last go round. You finally pop up at Legends B-Day empty-handed and never offering to pay half for anything like always. You came for your quick once every few months photo opportunity with them and bounced. You finally decided to get them this past Saturday. Legend came there with his hair braided already. Clearly, it needed to be taken out. But me just assuming since the so-called auntie and grandma was in town, my baby would be good, right? How is it no one thought to take my baby braids out and wash his hair, especially since he was in and out a chlorine pool? Sis Safaree, you have no problem making sure you a bad bitch all the time. Why can't my babies be dressed and groomed properly like you do for you when you have them? A part of being a bad bitch is really taking care of your kids. So this is where I draw the line. I can go on for days with all the spiteful shit you don't do for your kids just because you think it's a way to hurt me. But not grooming and properly dressing your kids every time. I think she meant by not grooming and properly dressing your kids every time you have them. It's just honestly despicable. It's honestly despicable. And listen, y'all. I know what everybody's gonna say. Bitch, you got the same black man. Nanny boo boo. When? That's on you. It's all your fault. But at the same time, man, fuck this nigga, man. I wish that y'all care more about who y'all have babies with. I wish y'all would wait longer before y'all have babies with these niggas. I do. I wish you would pay attention to red flags before you have babies with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all doing too much. It's way, way more that you should know before you have babies with these niggas. niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly, I want to see a nigga with a dog. I want to see a nigga with a expensive dog that he takes good care of before I have a baby with him. I want to see if he beat on his pets and shit. From now on, I feel like, ladies, pay attention. Do these niggas have pets? If they don't have pets, they shouldn't have babies. I need to see how you handle a dog first. At any moment, he start treating that dog like it don't matter. Don't have no baby with this nigga. I need y'all to test these things out before y'all have human beings with them. Because then you got to be on the internet talking to the world about how this nigga not taking care of your baby out of spite because he a bitch. And honestly, I believe her. I believe her. I believe everything she's saying. And I do feel like, you know, you would think he would take care of his kids. But then again, was Safaree's dad around? I don't think so. And Safaree's Jamaican. No disrespect to the Jamaican men, but y'all are socialized to do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Y'all are socialized to have children, act like you have pride in that, leave that family because it's too hard, then go to the next family. Y'all do the same thing the African American niggas do. I don't understand why everybody be acting like the Caribbean niggas is so different. To me, it look like they do the same. And the African niggas, everybody look like they be doing the same thing. Essentially, y'all have children, drop them off and go on to the next one. Have children, drop them off and go on to the next one. And honestly, I feel like that would not be as much of an issue if y'all would financially provide to a place where the women were not bothered. Because there's a level to where women will be like, the nigga ain't never around, but I ain't got to fuck him no more. And he makes sure the kids are taken care of. I have no complaints. There are so many women that did not go on a basketball wives, football wives reality show because they nigga was covering all of the bills to a level that was good enough for them to feel like, child, I ain't about to embarrass this nigga for what? For what? He still continuing it. We ain't even together no more. I get the fuck who I want to fuck, and he's still paying all of the shit for the kids. All I gotta do is make my little business pop, and I'm good. She. The reason why niggas get put on blast is because they don't be doing what the fuck they supposed to do half the time. Oh, yeah, no. Please don't misunderstand me, Marco. I don't think it's just a black man thing. And that's the point that I was making with the island comment. You know what I'm saying? Because people are always trying to talk about, you know, African-American men. And I'm like, but the white men don't really be there for their kids like that neither. They might do it a little bit more because it's a part of what white people view as acceptable, and what they view as upper echelon is white men being there for their children, actually providing for them. Like, you're a bum in most people's societies if you have offspring, that's especially offspring that happen within marriage, and you don't take care of them. White men, Asian men, like the only people I wonder about is the Latin men. I haven't really heard a lot about Latin men just up and leaving their kids, and I really mean the Mexicans. Okay, because honestly, the rest of y'all is the Caribbean niggas, Puerto, all y'all. Yeah, y'all do whatever. Y'all do whatever. I think that, listen, here's what I think. In real life, y'all, I think women are supposed to be primarily responsible for the children. That's just how it goes until the children get to a certain age. But when you see men that feel like it's not their responsibility because they don't have to, even though it is their responsibility, they may not have the same set of things that they need to do for a child, but they still need to be carrying a large load in order to make what the mother has to do easy, because what she has to do is more extensive energetically and emotionally. So you got to pay for what you don't have to do. That's how this works. That's why child support is the way it is. It's not based off how much money she make. It's based off of how much time she spends with the kids versus how much time you spend with the kid. And a lot of times niggas will do fucked up shit like ask for 50-50 custody, knowing that they can't really keep that up, knowing that they can't take care of them kids to the same extent without a woman in the house, knowing that they don't even really want to do that, but they just want to not have to give you more than what they think you deserve because they're not fucking you anymore. Oh, the Mexican men do it too? Okay, I didn't know. I don't be around them like that. I'm just seeing them around, and they normally come in packs. The Mexican men normally come with like a whole family attached to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time. But I've absolutely seen it in white men. I've absolutely seen it in Asian men. I've seen it. And I really just think it's because naturally men are not nurturers. Naturally, most men are not nurturers. They're not socialized to be. It's not because it's not in them. It's not because men can't do it. It's because it's not what they're socialized to do. Y'all don't raise them to take care of kids. Y'all don't want them to play with baby dolls. Y'all think that shit is gay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen, girl, all men. Listen, I be trying to give some of y'all niggas the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to speak on nothing I don't know about. Okay. But it's not surprising to me at all when these things take place, because essentially I don't feel like these men are supposed to be responsible for these children when they're young. Y'all supposed to come in when these niggas get of a certain age and they need their daddy to come in and take care of them. And y'all supposed to adequately apply money and come and get them kids and form a relationship with them enough for your your baby mama to get a break. Cause you know she the one that's with them all the time. Girl, when I say it, but I don't think it's good a lot of the time for the kids to be with the daddy exclusively a whole bunch of time. Girl, if my people divorced, when I tell you I would have been sick if that bitch would have left me with my daddy for an extended period of time without her. Without the balance of her energy to his energy, I would not have wanted to be there. Like, are you out of your mind? She swore up and down that wasn't going to happen. She swore up and down he was not going to use me against her if she decided to leave. But I don't believe shit she be talking about. Okay, listen, a lot of times women stay with men because they don't want to have to go through how those men will use their children against them. And this is a prime example of a nigga using the kids against that girl. Why are you not grooming these kids adequately? Why are you not taking pride in them when you have them? Like, come on, man. Oh Lord. Let's move on, y'all. Last topic. Okay, because we've been on here at night. We've been on here a cute little hour, like that. Girl. Okay, so this was on the show. So I'm gonna put something over the screen so that I can prohibit copyright. But y'all can hear it.
How I break it down is, I use a specific database, and the subject that you asked me to search, I came up, she's got 15 total names.
I knew I was on the right path. The only thing that can explain this is that Jackie has been living a double life.
You know how many times, I guess maybe she's been married?
She's been married a total of 4 times.
Do you know the last names of the people and who she was married to?
A gentleman by the last name of Lee, and she was married to George Wilson.
So I think we can eliminate some of those AKAs through some of the knowledge that you already have. But I have a full preliminary background, and it looks like she was arrested.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jackie Marie Wilson was arrested for prostitution for October 20th, 87.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was a misdemeanor, and it looks like she was charged.
Oh my God.
Looks like, according to this, which we have to verify, it looks like she was convicted. You can't run from all the data that's catching up,
Well, this has been a lot to process.
We can sign you off on those hours.
Holy I'm just happy to know I'm on the right track. So thank you.
You got it. Anytime.
This information about Jackie Marie Wilson, because it's not Jackie Christie, it's Jackie Marie Wilson. I need to process all of this. It's mind-blowing.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Are you telling me, Evelyn Lozada, that women that seek out basketball players and football players and baseball players specifically so that they can have surface level relationships with men that have money so that they can financially secure themselves in a way that society doesn't allow for disenfranchised women to support themselves? Like, there aren't a lot of ways for women to make the amount of money that men in the NBA, in the baseball league, in a football, like a lot of women can't make that amount of money without a lot of schooling. And you have to have had good grades, or you have had to have parents with money in order for you to go to a really good school, in order to get a really good job, in order to make good money. So please understand, it is a economic and environmental chagrin, or what, not chagrin, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for something that's a maze. I forgot the word that I'm thinking of in this moment. But either way, quagmire, if you will. It's a setup, if you ask me. It is a setup. And so, respectfully, when I think about any woman having to sell her coochie in order to survive in the matrix, I don't judge her. And I feel like if coochie wasn't so valuable, there would be no need for us to sell it. But you're walking around with at least $20 in a pocketbook and you're not going to use it. Nigga, please. If people wanted y'all's sometimey ass dick that much, y'all would be out here selling dick the way women sell coochie too. Women just don't know that there's like heaven in between their legs because they don't know what it feels like to insert a nerve ending inside of a tight, warm, wet place and then just poke it until, okay, until you enjoy yourself, okay? Like a goddamn soda pop or something like that. You shook it up, pop. Everybody had a good time. We don't know what that feels like. I think God does a lot of funny things, right? By having you walk around with something so valuable, something that makes men feel so amazing, and they trick you into thinking that it isn't worth as much as it's worth because they can get it anywhere. When really, if all of the women were locking their pocketbooks down and not allowing any and everybody to get in it, these niggas would have such a hard time. They'd be so miserable. They'd have to work so hard for it. But what happens is when there's so many of them, and so like when there's overpopulation, I think there's overpopulation. And what happens with the overpopulation is not everybody feels like they're running to the races in order to get a partner. Okay. But essentially in the system that we live in, men hoard wealth and resources, meaning that they're the ones that can make the most amount of money the easiest. The only thing women really have on their side is coochie. The only thing we're walking around with nothing else. We don't have maledom. We don't have a dick to wield. Okay. We don't have, masculinity in order to be able to get certain opportunities. We're not white, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? But either way, because of that, I think that it's crazy when y'all act like selling coochie is not literally the easiest thing for most people to do under the circumstances that we live in. Most women, it's very easy for them just to sell coochie. And when you think about selling coochie, I want you to expand your thought process. There are women that are married to men. They could like them. They could take them. They could leave them. But there's no real like pull. There's no real like passion about the situation. They just want to be taken care of and they want to be treated nicely. Does that make them bad because they marry somebody that they may not be all the way into like that? They're still going to fuck with the nigga, still going to be loyal, still going to take care of them. But understand that I prefer to be taken care of to a certain extent. So I'm willing to not have certain things in order so I can be taken care of. That's fine. A lot of us go to work. We trick off our time and our energy for money. And I don't understand how y'all don't get that those things are the same thing. It's just that some people are cool with selling coochie and some people are cool with selling 8 hours, 5 days a week of their life. I'm just saying, y'all, I need y'all to understand that there is really nothing wrong with selling coochie except for how it affects the individual person. But selling coochie is not like, the world's ills have happened from selling coochie. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Marriage is selling coochie. I know y'all like to think that y'all have been marrying for love this whole time, but back before, I don't know what, 1970, people weren't marrying for love. People were marrying for land, for religious reasons. They were marrying in order to join with another family. Your family got this, my family got that. We marry our children. That way we can combine our resources. That's what marriage was about. I need a cow. You need a lamb. Train, your daughter, my son. They don't have to like each other. Fuck it. They like each other. I need a cow. You need a lamb. That's how we gonna make this work. Marriage has always been a business. Marriage has just recently been about love, and other countries still have dowries, still have an exchange of goods for the wife, because the wife is the valuable one. The wife comes with, she can make more of you, which means she can make more people to work in this family business. so that this will be carried on. That's why she's valuable. It's still an exchange of goods and services, y'all. So when people try to shame women for selling coochie, I say merely, tuh. You know why? Because if you're a man, you've bought it in one way or another. And if you're a woman, you sold it in one way or another. Whether it was for money, whether it was for affection, whether it was for attention, whether it was for a nice house, a nice life, you were still willing to give up some coochie for it, bitch. So please, don't judge the sex workers because they've, turned it into a business and you turned it into a life. What? Okay. So trust me, it's even more perplexing for someone who is a hoe themselves to judge another woman for her whoredom. Ma'am, Jackie Christie being arrested for selling coochie in 1987 versus you trying to sell coochie to Carl Crawford in the late 2010s. Girl, what is the difference? She got arrested and you didn't? I feel like either way, Jackie Christie ended up being Jackie Christie, well taken care of, nigga with money, selling coochie to somebody she wants to buy it. You, on the other hand, are consistently looking for a new buyer. Maybe trying to bring back some old buyers, some old renters. All right. Trying to see if we can get back some of our old renters. I think it's hilarious. It's very perplexing for one hoe to slut shame another. Girl, you just so low vibrational. I think it's mad low vibrational to try to slut shame somebody on a show of women that have actively sought out men with money to take care of them. Like, girl, finding a man with money for you to give him coochie so he can take care of you is the same thing as prostitution. Which is why stop judging prostitution. Jackie said, marrying you again today was beautiful, mi amor. 29th, infinite love, baby. I can't wait. Anniversary. It's our anniversary. Da-da-da-da-da. A wife. Okay. Y'all better leave Jackie. I don't know what Jackie has done on this season of of Basketball Wives for y'all to be so mad. Brooke Valentine over there mad. Jackie like, I ain't shooting with that bitch. I already know instinctually that y'all are fucking with Jackie so that y'all don't have to argue with each other, so that y'all can get the ratings on this show that really should have been canceled 3 seasons ago. But y'all trying to revive it. So y'all gonna come back and try to start shit with Jackie because Jackie is an easy target. Because y'all don't want to tussle with each other because none of y'all hoes really want to fight. Stuck. All right, y'all. This is really the last story. And then I'm getting out of here because I wanted to talk about Lord Jamar. Because I just want to point out, and we've talked about this before, y'all. We talked about this, I think, my last Members Only live. We talked about Sexy Red and how I don't like how y'all continue. And I talked about this before in previous stories about how men older in the industry that are old enough to be Sexy Red's father, men who are in the industry who are in some way responsible for the way we see each other as men and women in the Black community. If y'all want to act like y'all videos, y'all swiping credit cards in between women's ass cheeks, telling women they ain't nothing but sluts and hoes and all of that. Okay, hold up. Let me give y'all a prime example of some shit hip hop has told to the young girls as they were coming into their maturation. I'm just your dildo. That's all I can be. I ain't even charge you. Let you fuck me for free. Okay. Girl, we ain't going steady. I thought you know me. The beginning of this song that I often play for y'all because it just always resonates is Rocco saying that he loves fast cars, he loves jewelry, he loves money, but he don't love these women. He loves pussy, but he don't love these women. He's sorry. He needs help. Hey, we ain't going steady. We just be fucking around. So I just want y'all to understand that the music, the industry has taught the young ghetto girls that y'all niggas don't love them. You just want to fuck them. Make them baby mamas so that y'all can be out here, because my baby mama, I'm on child support. She get welfare checks, but I stay in court. It's my baby and he love the head, and he always looking for sugar. She always looking for sugar daddies. Y'all want us to be up here arguing with y'all about what y'all not doing so that y'all can always feel like some woman is tugging and pulling at you because you that nigga. Honestly, I do feel like a lot of times niggas don't do what they're supposed to do because they want women to be running behind them to do what it is they're supposed to be doing. I think it translates the same way if you're running behind them for their dick, which they know you're not running behind them for that, even though they like to tell themselves that in the moments where it counts. You gonna fall in love with this dick. Who told you that? Is that what the report says? Yup. Girl, I didn't report that. Calm down. I'm sorry. So yes, back to the issue. I do not like when older men that I feel like if they had grace and integrity and respect for themselves, when they see young women like Red, when they see young women like Sexy Red, hey Jasmine, they would have some grace for her because they know what their music and what the music of hip hop in the 90s and the early 2000s really put into the minds of the young women, which is that they are only good for sex. So when they show up in that way, I need for y'all to understand that y'all had a part in that, Lord Jamar. Niggas your age in the hood, whether they was rappers, famous or not, y'all will go after young girls talking about you'll pay all their bills for some young girls' coochie. He may not have been rapping like that back in the day, but I'm saying his generation, you can't tell me he wasn't in the hood wherever he lived trying to fuck on young girls, trying to manipulate them, and then just using them for their bodies. And when these young girls show up like Sexy Red, knowing you only trying to use them for their bodies, so they don't give a fuck about love and respect and all of this bullshit. Nigga, you either got the money or you got the dick. That's it. If the dick ain't good, you better be able to pay for me to fuck you. And if you can't pay, then the dick better be good. Those are your only two options. Those are your only two options. Y'all really get lucky with the women that are really looking for some type of emotional connection with you stupid ass niggas. Y'all get lucky on that. Y'all get lucky on women that just want to spend some time with somebody, that just want to have a good time, that want to feel wanted. Y'all really get lucky. Because y'all really shouldn't be able to fuck with women if you don't have two things going for you. If you can't fuck that lady and make her feel good, and if you ain't got no money to make sure that she feel comfortable, you shouldn't be fucking with no woman. And that's just how I feel about it, and you can be mad about it. Okay? But pick one. Either learn how to fuck or get your money up. Okay, and you can have a good personality and be a little bit in between, meaning that you could fuck good most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Know what you're doing for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You slack sometimes, but that's okay. You know what you're doing most of the time, and you can make a little bit of money and be very generous with it. And a bitch will be good and happy in that in between. But you can't be out here no money and not knowing how to fuck, and you can't be out here some dusty dick ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? No integrity, no respect, thinking that you can talk about a young girl that at the end of the day, your generation has had a part in warping her mind in order to act this way in the first place. I find it, y'all, when I'm telling y'all, when the men do it, it makes me so mad because I'm like, y'all intentionally make these girls feel like they ain't nothing but sex. This is what y'all put out. And then you get mad when the girls is like, all I got to offer is my coochie.
Like the type of girls like back in the days, like you walk in the room and you be like, smell like somebody was fucking in here. And what's crazy is I seen a video. Oh, you guys, I seen a video where she said her own pussy was stinking. Did you see that?
She said she was working so hard, her coochie stink. That's what she said. And yes, you know what that's given? That's given. I didn't have a mama that taught me how to carry myself well. And it's probably because she was running behind some no money having dirty ass dick nigga like you. But I just feel like as a grown man, a man who's old enough to be her father, that's not how he should be talking about her if he's going to talk about her at all. And I honestly feel like even talking about her in a disparaging way is clout chasing. You're using her for clout while trying to degrade her. You don't even know that lady. You don't know this little girl. You do not know this little girl. Y'all talk about Sexy Red. But at the end of the day, I hope that y'all hear that I always have a level of compassion for her, and also that I want her to win. I'm never mad that she making her money. I'm never mad that she at the award shows and none of that shit. Now, when it come to her winning awards over people who actually have real talents and sing on key, that's another conversation. But at the end of the day, y'all bred these girls. Y'all bred these girls. When them people was trying to keep y'all from having explicit lyrics in y'all song and talking about sex the way y'all did, y'all went to court and fought so that y'all could be able to say explicit things and talk about women in a regulatory way in your music. And then when you create these young girls in the community that have just been listening to this and downloading it, they feel like, why have feelings when I can get the money and get the dick and then go on about my way? Y'all niggas ain't really gonna love me anyway. What I'm gonna act like? What I'm gonna act like you want me to act for? Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. And stink could be sweaty. At the end of the day, I heard what she said. I remember when she said it. I wish she hadn't said that shit too, but it just reminds me that lady, that little girl ain't had nobody that really told her how she was supposed to act as far as how she show her self-respect so that other people can't disrespect her like this. Because yeah, people gonna disrespect you anyway, but some of this shit she be leaving herself open for, and this is an example of that. Does that mean that this nigga is any less creepy and clout chasey and lacking in integrity, decency, and respect as an old ass nigga? Like, nigga, your balls is too wrinkly for you to even be referring to this little girl's coochie in any type of way. You disgusting son of a bitch.
I'm not making this up. If I made that up, that'd be like defamation of pussy or some shit. Like, like she said that. But I said to myself, she looked like it get hot.
And you was still fucker, you nasty perverted old nigga.
It looked like it funky in whatever room she fucking in. It get hot.
And that's because she letting some nasty ass pH imbalance, beer drinking, no water, vegetable eating ass nigga fuck. And that's because that's what y'all taught her to like. Disrespectful, unhealthy, hyper masculine, dirty dick ass, cheese smelling, Dorito looking ass niggas.
Oh man, yeah. Fellas.
You whack as fuck, sir. You whack as fuck. Honestly, y'all, I really wish that y'all had more integrity as black men and would not. And I'm not talking about all black men, y'all. Please don't misunderstand. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him as a black man. I wish he had more integrity about himself than to sit here and talk about this young woman like this. He's not the first one. They doing to her just like they did to Meagan. They make them a talking point for clout. They know that it's a hot button issue to talk about this young woman. You can't get enough. You can't get the same attention unless y'all talking about these young women that ain't never talking about y'all, because y'all do the same thing to Meagan, talking about her shooting all the time. I ain't gonna play the clip because I ain't got time for the shit that they be going through. But y'all saw she was on. She was over here.
You've done to your mate's feet.
Now, why would y'all have that be one of the questions? What would you do to one of your mate's feet? Somebody say Steve looking like a brand new penny. Oh my God, that's funny. I just,
name something that might be curvy. Me. Oh,
why he was Listen. That's it. That's all, y'all. Hour 30. I love y'all. I think it was a great show. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves like I enjoyed myself, bitch. Listen, I'm happy every day that this is what I do for a paycheck, bitch. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I told y'all I'm gonna keep trying to come to y'all Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Ooh Ladies first panel is tomorrow, and I'm working on something to give y'all at the end of the month about a film that's coming out about the adultification of Black girls. If any of y'all have ever been told, you fast, or you think you grown, or my favorite, selling yourself, or you think that shit cute. There are a whole bunch of sayings that are said to Black girls in order to diminish them. And it often catches us off guard. So there is a documentary that I'm going to be doing a panel conversation about called Adultification. And I'm going to be looking for some people to come up and talk about their experience with adultification as a young girl, a young child, because it happens to boys too, where as Black kids, we are made to seem as if we are grown when we are not. So if y'all, aren't down for that or whatever, hit me up via email. Y'all saw me. Okay, I had that email up there. But that's going to be at the end of the month. We are planning right now for that video to be on July 29th. And I hope to see y'all there. Either way, I appreciate everybody. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace out.